baba urusirele monghadi mesia baba selamo yo halalela.
Shalom, Wakazak Mashpaka. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tonic in the Word, right here on GC Create TV. And I remain your humble host, Daniel Fiesenlion Yashrala. And today we are continuing from where we stopped, which is actually a new book, which is the book of Devariym, the book of Deuteronomy. I take it from chapter 1, going straight down to chapter 4. And it says, These are the words which Moshe spoke unto all Yasharel on this side of the Jordan, in the wilderness, and in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Lavan and Katzeroth, and Zahav. There are 11 days' journey from Korev by the way of Mount Seir unto Kadesh Barnea. And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moshe spoke unto the children of Yasharel according unto all that Yahweh had given him in commandment unto them. After he had slain Sihon, the king of the Amorim, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, which dwelt in Ashtaroth, in Edrei. On this side of the Yarden, in the land of Moab, began Moshe to declare this Torah, saying, Yahuwah Eloheinu spoke unto us in Korev, saying, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorim, and unto all the places near thereunto, in the plain, in the hills, and in the valley, and in the Negev, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanim, and unto Lebanon, unto the great river, and the river Perath. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which Yahuwah swore unto your fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Jacob, to bring them and their seed after them, to give unto them, and to their seeds after them. And I spoke unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. Yahuwah Elohim has multiplied you, and behold, you are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. Yahuwah Elohim of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as ye are, and bless you as he has promised you. How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance and your burden and your strife? Take you wise men and understanding and known among your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. And ye answered me and said, The thing which ye have spoken is good for us to do. So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over 50s, and captains over 10s, and officers among your tribes. And I charge your judges at that time, saying, Hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the strangers that is within him. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is Elohim's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And I will command you at that time all the things which ye should do. And when we departed from Korah, we went through all that great and terrible wilderness which ye saw by the way of the mountain of Emorym, as Yahuwah Elohim commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea. And I said unto you, you are come unto the mountain of the Emorym, which Yahuwah Elohim gives unto us. Behold, Yahuwah Elohim has set the land before you. Go up and possess it, as Yahuwah Elohim or your father has said unto you. Fear not, neither be discouraged. And ye come near unto me, every one of you, and said, we will send men before us, and they shall search out the land and bring us word again by what way we must go up, and into what cities we shall come. And the same pleased me well, and I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe, and they turned and went up into the mountain, and came unto the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. And they took of the fruit of the tree in their hands, and brought it down unto us, and brought us word again, and said, it is a good land which Yahuwah Elohim gives us. Understanding ye not, go up, but rebelled against the commandments of Yahuwah Elohim. And ye murmured in your tents, and said, because Yahuwah hated us, he has brought us forth out of the land of Mishra to deliver us into the land of the Emorym to destroy us. Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our hearts, saying, the people are greater and taller than we. The city are great and walled up to heaven. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakim there. And then I said unto you, dread not, dread not, neither be afraid of them. Yahuwah Elohim, which goes before you, he shall fight for you according to all that he did for you in Mizraim before your eyes. And in the wilderness, where you have seen how that Yahuwah Elohim bore you as a man bears a son, in all the ways that ye went until ye came into this place. Verse 32. Yet in this thing ye did not believe Yahuwah Elohim, who sent in the way before you to search you out a place to pitch your tent in fire by night, to show you by what way ye should go, and in a cloud by day. And Yahuwah heard the voice of your words, and was wroth, and swore, saying, surely there shall not one of these men of the evil generation see that good land which I swore unto your fathers, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he should tread upon, and his children, because he was wholly followed Yahuwah, which means he has completely not obey him now, disobey him later. No. Verse 37. Also Yahuwah was angry with me for your sake, saying, you shall not go in hither, but Yahushua the son of Nun, which stand before you, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Yasharel to inherit it. Moreover, the little ones which ye said should be a prey, and the children which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. Because as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then ye answered and said unto me, We have sinned against Yahuwah. We will go up and fight according to all that Yahuwah Elohim commanded us. And when he had gathered on every man his weapon of war, ye were ready to go up into the hill. And Yahuwah said unto me, Say unto them, Go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest you be smiting before your enemies. So I spoke unto you, and ye would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of Yahuwah, and went presumptuously up into the hill. And the Amorim which dwelt in that mountain came out against you and chased you as be do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. And ye returned and wept before Yahuwah, but Yahuwah would not hearken to your voice, nor give ears to you. So ye abide in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that ye abide there. Chapter 2. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as Yahuwah spoke unto me. And we compassed Mount Seir many days. And Yahuwah spoke unto me, Ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward, and command the people, saying, You are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourself thereof. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a foot breadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. Ye shall buy meat of them for money, that ye may eat, and ye shall also buy water of them, and ye shall also buy water of them for money, that ye may drink. For Yahuwah Elohim has blessed you in all the works of your hand. He knows you're walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years, Yahuwah Elohim has been with us. You have lacked nothing. And when we passed by from our brethren the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the way of the plain, from Ethla and Sephon Gever, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. And Yahuwah said unto me, distress not the Moabim, neither contend with them in battle, for I will not give you of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession. And the children dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakim, which also were accounted Rephaim and Anakim, but the Moabim called them Emim. And the Korim also dwelt in Seir before time, but the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their stead, as Yasharel did unto the land of his possession, which Yahuwah gave unto them. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zered. And he went over the brook Zered, and the priest in which we came from Kadesh Bener until we were come over the brook was 38 years, until all the generations of the men of war wasted from among the host, as Yahuwah swore unto them. For indeed the hand of Yahuwah was against them, to destroy them from among the host, until they were consumed. So it come to pass, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, that Yahuwah spoke unto me, saying, You are to pass over through Ar, the coast of Moab, this day, and when you come near over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them, for I will not give you of the land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. 20. That also was accounted a land of Rephaim. Rephaim dwelled therein in old age, and the Ammonims called them Zamzumin. And a people great and many and tall as the Anakim, but Yahuwah destroyed them before them, and they succeeded themselves and dwelt in their stead, as he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, when he destroyed the Korim from before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead only unto this day. 23. And the Avim which dwelt in Kasherim went even unto Gaza, the Caphtorim, which came forth out of Caphtor, destroying them, and dwell in their stead. Rise ye up, take your journey, and pass over the river Ammon. Behold, I have given into your hands Sihon the Amorite, king of Keshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle. This day will I begin to put the dread of you and the fear of you upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall bear report of you and shall tremble. This day will I begin to put the dread of you and the fear of you among the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of you and shall tremble and be in anguish, because of you. And I sent messenger out of the wilderness of Kedemoth unto Sihon, king of Keshbon, with the word of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land, and I will go through by the highway, and I will neither turn unto the right nor to the left. You shall sell me meat for money, that I may eat, and give me water for money, that I may drink. Only I will pass through on my feet. And the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, and the Moabim, which dwelt in Ar, did not unto him. Until I pass over the Jordan in this land which Yahweh gives you. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him, for Yahweh Elohim hardened his heart, and made his heart obstinate, that he may deliver him into your hands, as appeared this day. And Yahuwah said unto me, Behold, I have begun to give Sihon and his land before you. Begin to possess, that you may inherit your land. Then Sihon came out among us, he and all his people, to fight at Yahat. And Yahweh Elohim delivered them, and Yahweh Elohim delivered him before us, and we smote him and his sons and all his people. And they took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men and the women and the little ones, and the little ones of every city. Pardon me. We left none to remain. Only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and for the spoil of the cities which he took. From Aroer, which is by the brink of the river Arnon, and from the city that is by the river, even unto Gilad, there was not one city strong for you. One city too strong for you. Yahweh Elohim delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon they came, nor unto any place of the river Yabok, nor unto the cities in the mountains, that nor unto whatsoever Yahweh Elohim forbade us.
Sponsorship, advert placement. Please call or WhatsApp this number: +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. So let us get to the concluding part of today's class. Chapter 3. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. And Yahuwah said unto me, Fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into your hand, and you shall do unto him as you did unto Sihon, king of the Amorim, which dwelt at Heshbon. So Yahuwah Elohim delivered into our hands Og also, the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we smote him until none was left to him remaining. And we took all the cities. At that time there was not a city which we took not from them, 80 cities, all the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og in Bashan. All the cities were fenced with high walls, gates and bars, besides on walled towns a great many. And we utterly destroyed them, as we did unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, utterly destroying the men, women, and children of every city. But all the cattle and the spoil of the city we took for a prey to ourselves. And we took at that time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorim the land that was on the side of the Yarden, from the river of Arnon unto Mount Hamon, which come on, the Sidoni called Shirion, and the Amorim called Shinir. All the city of the plain, and all Gilad, and all Bashan, and Kalkal, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnants of Rephaim. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabbath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits was the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man. And this land which we possessed at that time, from Aroer, which is by the river Arnon, and half Mount Gilad, and the city thereof gave I unto the Reubenim, and to the Gadim, and the rest of Gilad, and all Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave I unto the half of Manasseh, all the region of Argob, and with all Bashan, which was called the land of Rephaim. Yair, the son of Manasseh, took all the country of Argob unto the coast of Geshuri and Makathi, and called them after his own name, Bashan Kavot Yair, until this day. And I gave Gilad unto Makir, and unto the Reubenim, and unto the Gadim I gave from Gilad, even unto the river Arnon, half the valley, and the border even unto the river Yabok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and the plain also, and the Yarden, and the coast thereof, from Kinneroth even unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, under Ashdoth, Hapigal, eastward. And I commanded you at that time, saying, Yahuwah Elohim has given you this land to possess it. Ye shall pass over armed before your brethren, children of Yasharel, all that are meet for the war, but your women, the little ones, and your cattle. For I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities which I have given you, until Yahuwah has given rest unto your brethren as well as unto you. and unto they that possesses the land which Yahweh Elohim has given them beyond Jordan. And then shall ye return every man unto his possession which I have given you. And I command Yahusha at that time, saying, your eyes have seen all that Yahweh Elohim has done unto these two kings. So shall Yahweh do unto all the kingdoms whither you pass. You shall not fear them, for Yahweh Elohim, he shall fight for you. And I besought Yahuwah at that time, saying, O Adonai Yahuwah, you have begun to show your servant your greatness and your mighty hand. And what else is there in the heavens or in the earth that can do according to your works and according to your might? I pray you, let me go over and see the good land that is beyond the Jordan, that goodly mountain and Lebanon. But Yahuwah was wroth with me for your sake, and would not hear me. And Yahweh said unto me, let it suffice you. Speak no more unto me of this manner. Get you up into the top of Pigad, and lift up your eyes westward and northward and southward and eastward, and behold it with your eyes, for you shall not go over this Jordan. But charge Yahusha and encourage him and strengthen him, for he shall go over before these people, and he shall cause them to inherit the land which you shall see. So we abode in the valley over against Beth Peor. The last chapter for today, chapter 4. Now therefore, hearken, O Yasharel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which Yahweh Elohim or your fathers give you. Look at verse 2. It says, ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may guard the commandment of Yahuwah Elohim which I command you. It's actually an instruction. He said we should not add to his word, neither should we remove out of it. It's a simple instruction. Verse 3. Your eyes have seen what Yahuwah did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, Yahuwah Elohim has destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto Yahuwah Elohim are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you commandments and judgments, even as Yahuwah Elohim commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Guard therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who has Elohim so near unto them, as Yahuwah Elohim is in all things that we call upon for him? And what nation is there so great that has commandments and judgments, so righteous as all this Torah, which I said before you? You see that? So majority will say, well, actually it's hard. Even the other nations actually are envious of us, that which other nation can have such righteous judgment according that is so righteous as this Torah. Yet we that were giving those particular judgments, that commandments, we don't even hear about it. We are even complaining about it, when other nations actually are wishing to have what we have. Only take heed to yourself and guard your soul diligently, lest you forget the things which your eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your heart all the days of your life. But teach them your sons and your daughters and your sons' sons, especially the day that you stood before Yahweh Elohim in Koreb, when Yahweh said unto me, Gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my word, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of the heaven, and with darkness, cloud and thick darkness. And Yahweh spoke unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice, and he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 Devariym. He wrote them upon two sapphire stones, and Yahuwah commanded me at that time to teach you commandments and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that Yahuwah spoke unto you in Korah out of the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourself and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is in the earth, or likeness of any winged fowl that flies in the air, the likeness of anything that creeps on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And lest you lift up your eyes unto the heavens, and when you see the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, should be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahweh Elohim has divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. But Yahuwah has taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Mizraim, to be unto him a people of inheritance. Sorry that my daughter actually had to interrupt. Sorry. As ye at this day, furthermore, Yahuwah was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over the Jordan, and that I should not go in unto that good land which Yahweh Elohim give you for an inheritance. But I must die in this land. I must not go over the Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess the good land, taking heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of Yahweh Elohim, which he caused with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which Yahweh Elohim has forbidden you. For Yahweh Elohim is a consuming fire, even a jealous hell. When you shall beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourself and make a graven image or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of Yahweh Elohim, to provoke him to anger, I call the heaven and the earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whereunto ye go over the Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And Yahuwah shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in numbers among the heathens, whither Yahuwah shall lead you. And there ye shall serve other Elohims, and work the men's hand. Shall serve other Elohims, the work of men's hand, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence ye shall seek Yahweh Elohim, ye shall find him. If you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul, when you are in tribulation, and all these things are come upon you, even in the latter days, if you turn to Yahweh Elohim, and shall be obedient unto his voice. For Yahweh Elohim is a merciful hell. He will not forsake you, neither destroy you, nor forget the covenant of your father, which he saw unto them. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the day that Elohim created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of the heaven unto the other, whether there has been any such thing as this great thing is, or has been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of Elohim speaking out of the midst of fire, as you have heard, or live, or as Elohim has said to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation, by temptation, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that Yahweh Elohim did for you in Mizraim before your eyes? Unto you it was shown, that you might know that Yahuwah, he is Elohim. There is none else beside him. Out of heaven he made you to hear his voice, that he might instruct you. And upon the earth he showed you his great fire, and you heard his word out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved your fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought you out in his sight with his mighty power out of Mizraim, to drive out nations from before you, greater and mightier than you are, to bring you in, to give you their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider in your heart, that Yahuwah is Elohim in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath, there is none else. You shall guard therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command you this day, that I may go well with you, and with your that it may go well with you, and with your children after you, and that you may prolong your days upon the earth, which Yahweh Elohim give you forever. Then Moshe severed 3 cities on this side of the Yarden towards the sun rising, and that the slayer might flee thither, which should kill his neighbors unawares, and hated him not in times past, that fleeing unto one of these cities he might live, namely Bethel in the wilderness, in the plain country of the Reuvenim, and Ramoth in Gilad of the Gadim, and Golan in Bashan of the Menashim. And this is the Torah which Moshe said before the children of Yasharel. These are the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Moshe spoke unto children of Yasharel after they came forth out of Mizraim, on this side of the Yarden, in the valley over against Bet Peor, in the land of Sekon, king of the Amorim, who dwelt in Keshbon, whom Moshe and the children of Yasharel smote after they were come forth out of Mizraim, and they possessed his land, and the land of Og, king of Bashan, 2 kings of the Amorim, which were on this side of the Yarden towards the sun rising, from Aroer, which is by the bank of the river Arnon, even unto the Mount Sion, which is Kenmon, and all the plain on this side of Yarden eastward, even unto the side of the plain under the spring of Pigga. Wow. Opposite the Most High, you can see that even Moshe was telling them that if you don't obey Yahuwah, he will make you to go and serve other Elohim that is carved with the hands of man, including wood and stones. That is why today our people they are lost in the religion of Christianity, which is actually carved by wooden hand of man, and they worship that. The wooden cross cannot speak, it cannot hear, it cannot talk, it cannot smell. Their so-called white Jesus actually, who they depicted for that wooden cross, is actually a dead animal right now. Cesare Borgia, who is that white Jesus they serve in Christian church actually, is dead right now. When he was still alive, he was an homosexual. Go and make your research about Cesare Borgia. He's an homosexual. His gay partner was Leonardo da Vinci, who made his painting back in the year 1500. He made the painting of Cesare Borgia and called it Salvator Mundi. Go and make a research on this. And you now tell me if truly that thing they gave in Christianity, that white demon actually, if he's still alive today, he's dead and gone. His wooden cross and himself, they cannot smell, they cannot see, they cannot hear, they cannot do nothing because they are idols. Same with the so-called Kahaba stone as well. The Kahaba stone actually is made, their so-called crescent moon and the star is carved by man out of stone. Some people make it out of concrete. But can that stone talk? No, it can't talk. Can the stone smell? No, it can't smell. Can the stone even speak? No, it can't. That is why we are lost in this wicked religion. But I pray that Yahweh that people wake up so that they can be able to go back to Yahuwah and become his own children and take back our heritage. We need to make it a wrap on to this episode of the show. I remain your humble brother, Daniel Yashurala. And with this, I say shalom and bye for now.